So hello guys, we're going to be doing this design and it's very simple. So just follow this. First of all, we'll create a new document which is 1080 width and 1350 height. 1350 height. So 300 resolution, RGB color, white background, and we'll leave the rest and click on create. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a gradient background here. To create a gradient field here, we'll click on this, click on gradient, then click here, we'll click here. We're adding our first color, which is A54 B50. We'll add in our second color here, which is FB8D93. Click on OK. We click here, we increase the opacity of this second one to 100%. Alright, we Ctrl Z this, we can drag this one all the way here. Right, click on OK. OK. Then we convert this to smart objects. Now I'm going to add noise to this. Go to filter, we'll add noise to it. Add noise 5 degrees, 5% uniform. Before uniform is checked, click on OK. Then we are now going to drag in our picture here. Picture from here. This our picture here, we'll drag it in. Then we are going to scale this, scale it, yeah, arrange this here. Then we are going to change the blending mode to soft light. Then change the opacity to 90%. All right, we have this now. I'm going to add an adjustment layer to this. I want to add brightness and contrast. Here. Where is that brightness and contrast? I want to increase the contrast. I want to reduce the contrast to -11 here. Then I want to add another distinct under adjustment layer. I want to add hue and saturation here. We're going to add hue and saturation. We're going to increase the saturation. We're going to increase the saturation here. Reduce the brightness, increase the saturation to -5. Alright, so let me confirm from here, and now I increase the saturation to +25. Okay, talking about this one, second. Okay, alright, -5. This is -5. This is 0. Alright. So what next? We're going to add in our text here. I'm going to add in the text here. I'm going to write get. Going to zoom, drag it out, make sure it's big. So we use center space for this. We'll move our caps lock, type it out, get. We will scale it to make sure it's big. big, or just change the size to 125. 125. All right, move this one here. We hold Alt to drag this one down. We change the text to get down. Change the capital letter. Okay, down. All right, we are good to go here. Just leave this one like this. It's done like this. Then we're going to change the opacity to. I'm going to change the blending mode of these two layers to overlay. Then we change the opacity to -30 to 30%. Sorry, 30%. All right, we have this. I'm going to lock these layers in. So we're going to add in our pink roses here. We'll drag it into Photoshop. We change the blend mode to dissolve. Take the opacity to 1%. Right now, we're going to add in our hue and saturation. We increase the saturation to +25. All right. So what we're going to do next, we're going to add. Let me move this down a bit. This together, a bit down. Sorry. Okay. Move this down a bit here. Together. All right. And I can lock the layer to avoid movement. I'm going to bring in my images of the man and the woman. I will bring it down here. I will select subjects and I will select subjects. So it automatically selects the two images here. So I will just select modifies, add smooth here, it's smooth. Then I will just contract it once. Right? Then I'll convert it to smart objects. Duplicate it and place it here. Alright, I will bring it up here. Then I'll Ctrl T to transform. I'll transform it, put it at my side here. Make sure it's very tiny. Alright, I'm going to add my gradient map to this. Create gradient map to this. Now add my first color here. I'll add my first color here, which is BA1C4D. Yeah. Click on OK. Add my second color here as my midtones, FF9083. Click OK. Add my last color here, which is white. Alright. So I can actually drag this one here and drag this one here. Alright. I'll change my blending mode to overlay soft light. Maybe to soft light, what I use here. Overlay 40%. So I'll use overlay. Change the blend mode to 40%. 40%. Alright. I'm just going to duplicate this, Ctrl J. Duplicate this layer, Ctrl J. Ctrl J. And the layer beneath it, I'm going to click on color overlay here, add white color to this, then shift this a bit to the right. Then I'm going to draw a rectangle here between underneath this, then here draw a rectangle here and remove this, remove the stroke, then fill it with this pink color here. Alright, so our design is getting in place. So it's time for me to do this, our title. And I use this text effect called shining gold text effects. Shining gold text effect, you can get it in the link in the description below. So you click on this, double click on this text effect. So you download it, download from Free. Then you can make your edits to it. The fonts are in the description below. So I'm going to click on here, check my text here, and I'll change this one to get. Click on good. I'll cancel this one. Right. Then I'll convert this edition to smart objects. Convert to smart objects. Take some time. Let me close this. I will now send it to my document. Send it to my document. Alright. Send it to my document. It's very big, so I will scale it, Ctrl T. I will scale it down. Scale it down. Scale it down here, right? I'll rename it to get. Then I'll Ctrl Z this one. I'll open this, change this to get the letter. Alright, the font is in the description below. The font is Tahoe. Changes. Then I can cancel this one, save it. You could changes here. Now convert this edition to smart objects. Then I will duplicate it and send it to my document, my canvas. Right, it's here. I'll scale it down. It's big now. Scale it down. Scale it down. Right. I'll put this one under this one, move it up. I'll change the get down. Alright. I'll add drop shadow to this. Double click on it, on drop shadow. The distance is 15. Thread is 15, size is 15. Same thing I'll do to this one. Add drop shadow here. Add drop shadow here. Alright. Then I can select all and align it to the center. Select this one or align it to the center. Then I'll group these two together and make title. Title. Alright. Our title ready now. All we need is to add a few things. Then we are done with this design. So the fonts I use for the majority of the design is what I call Ubuntu. So this is here. I'll just duplicate this one here to the new design. Duplicate the text here. It's Ubuntu. So you make sure you use different weights of the font to create contrast between your elements. So the design is very simple. It's very simple to do. Just move this one here. Move this one here. Very simple to do. So on this get down title, I'm going to move it up a bit. So the remaining things you can just add them, place them into your design. Just place them into my design here. This is, I'll move this title down a bit. Then I'll change the size to 90 degree, 95, instead of 95 instead. Alright. Okay. Then I will duplicate this one again to make it come out, pop out. Alright. See, we're almost done with this design. So the remaining part of the design is just for me adding text to the design, and I will duplicate these parts into the design. I'll duplicate those parts into the new design. So to save time, just use your text tool and type these ones out to save time. So I make sure my design is aligned. It's always aligned. The date and the time and everything, they are always aligned together. So as you can see, this you type this, the logo is around to the side, this one's aligned to the middle, and this one's aligned to the right. So that is just the basics of this design. So this, duplicate it to my other document. So what you do, you just type it. If there is need to adjust the leading and the tracking, just do that. Tracking, just do that. Then I will do this. Convert, duplicate layer, duplicate it, send it on title 1. Then this one, duplicate it, duplicate this layer to this one. Right. So always remember, I use this color, a dark color from here to make this one here. So always remember, make sure your designs are aligned. They're aligned like this and this. Make sure they are just aligned. Then use your text tool, your text tool to create all this text. Make sure that there's like equal leading. This A and A here represents your leading. So make sure there's equal leading between your texts. So that's how simple the design is. Very simple. Let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate this to our original layer. Alright. We have this. Let me duplicate this one to make it bolder. So we have this design, and it's very simple to do. So I just run through this whole part so I do not waste time on design. So remember, use your text to write out what you want to write out. Make sure they are leading. Their leading is good. So if you can see this property, if you want to adjust your character, you can go to Windows and click on character here. So your character is here. You can also adjust your character here. What I'm talking about is what they call the leading. Set the leading. So the leading is the space between the text. So make sure the leading is good. It's good. Make sure that the tracking is also good. That is this VA here represents the tracking for the characters. So this is a monochromatic design with a contrast of gold here in the center. So that's how I created this design. The text effect, link to the text effect will be in the description below. So do well to look for and download text effect from freepik.com. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.